Well, hey ladies and gents, guys and gals, welcome back to part number 56 here on Oklahoma with me, McConsole. Okay, so before we go any further in here, I kind of fell asleep while the field 6 was harvesting, so I never got a fast video done, but it's all finished, it's all harvested. I'm going to get around to selling. What I'll do is I'll sort of start it and then I'll skip some time, bring it back at the end of the hour to see how much we're going to get out of this. We have got 5,245,496 litres of soybeans. Okay, off field 6 we got 3,608,099 litres. So can we get this all sold within an hour? Oh, where am I going to with it? That's a good one. 2690. Oh yeah, we're going to farm shop, is it? Yeah, farm shop. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, and start getting all this ready to go. Nothing you haven't seen before. What I'll do then is I'll get all this and I'll bring it back near the end of the hour. So, by the end of the next hour. Catch you all there, and I'll see you quite shortly. Okay, guys. I just bring it back at this stage. There is 10, well, 20 minutes into it here, really. There is 10 of the red peats with the Wilson and pup on it. And we have 9 of our Wilsons we use for the fieldwork on this as well. Now, I think I've reached a point here where enough is enough, because I can't get this one started. Because the rest of them every time keeps coming and pushing it out of the way. So I don't know, have I reached the limits of what I can do with this course? Because this one here doesn't seem to want to recognize this trailer. I don't know why, but as you can see, guys, it's going to cause a pile up when it gets down there, so I'm having to keep stopping this one and moving it out of the way. So I'm thinking I have reached the point where I cannot put any more trucks on this course. As you can see, the way it's coming around the corner there, is that going to interfere with that pup? So let's just park this one up. As I say, guys, I think that I have reached the limit here of what I can do with trucks on this course. Maybe if I re-recorded the course differently and thought more about the turn into the silo, then I could put more on it. But unfortunately here, I think that I've reached what I can do. Oh, Jeffrey's supervising the unloading of the silos. As you can see, the money's nicely up, 73.3 million. And we've currently got rid of quite a bit of soybean. So again, guys, I just thought I'd bring you back in at this point, show you all this on the go, show you how well all this is working, and I'm gonna keep trying putting this one on, but I just don't seem to be having any luck with it. So you can see, guys, it's just a steady stream of trucks as well. By the time the last one's finished filling, the first one's back again. So we are really, really getting pushed into this, and the money just keeps springing up. So yeah, again, I'll bring it back in about 40 minutes in game time, whenever we are right where we need to be. Catch you shortly. Well, guys, I thought we'd bring you in for the last 5 minutes of this, just to let you see how it's going. So I ended up taking one of these white trucks off. It just didn't want to work. Parked around the side of the building. Just seemed to always be causing trouble. So yeah, now we have 10 of the peats with the that's happening quite a lot too. I have 10 of the peats out there with the Wilsons and the pups on it, and then I have 8 of these. So there's 18 trucks doing selling at the minute. I'm just going to take this one out of it. Yeah, maybe not. So yeah, 79. We're going to end up with over 80 million in this run of selling. What I've been doing, any of these has been slipping like that. I've just been taking them out and basically putting them on the back of the queue. If you misbehave, you go to the back of the queue, isn't that right? So yeah, there we go, guys. Oh, there we go. Broke the 80 million mark. For the last sort of in-game hour, I have just been hanging about here at the back. If there was going to be any problems, guys, it was going to be here at the filling. And this is what's basically delaying us. This is what's taking the longest, is this filling. Now the next time we do this, it's going to be sunflowers. Because as you know, we have field 13 and 7 and 8 in sunflowers. And what I was thinking is, if I do maybe 10 Wilsons with the pups from down here, and maybe start these other trucks from somewhere else, and we'll sell to the 2 best price places. Hey Jeffrey. Jeffrey's been very good at supervising this as well. Yeah, so we'll start the white ones from another farm, and we'll go to like the 2nd best price selling point. We should be able to shift a lot more, because we'll be filling twice as much. Much of a left. We're down to 1 million. So we've basically sold 5.5 million here at the moment. It's a shame we can't get rid of that last million, but hey, there's nothing else I can do with that, guys. I should have really put the thinking about it now, I probably would have been better putting the GMCs from Farm 3 to another sell point for this, but yeah. Oh well. So 80 million in the bank. Wow. And I'm going to start actually taking some of these trucks off, guys, because they're not going to make the sell point. We'll have to start moving some of these trucks back up to Farm 3 eventually, because we're going to have to remake our sell. We're going to have our what do you call it? Sunflower harvest going on, so we're going to need trucks up there for it. Going to put the grain carts back out for that one. See how much better it works with 30 combines with the grain carts. Or should you just keep... No, you know what? I think I'll just keep going with the GMCs. GMCs seem to be working well. So it might be a better idea just to let them go. What I'll do here, guys, is I'll basically, from here, stop that driver. Everything's going to get in the queue behind it. There's no point sending it all down, because, you know, what are we at the minute? We're getting 2,656. Now, once this rolls through the R, where do you see the difference? And all the trucks that's getting filled now and out there, they'll all be sold at that lower price. Nothing I can do about that. It's the way Farm Sim ran in 15 for their economy, so yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? So I think it's just basically a job of going ahead and parking all these up. Also going to have some right, there we are. So soybeans have dropped by 2,000. There you go, guys. 2,000 per ton or per litre or whatever it is. I'm not really sure with this one. That's a big difference. That is a very, very, very big difference. So yeah, the rest of them out there is going to sell at that lower price. As you can see, there's a few heading down. I'm not going to stop and bring them back. They can sell at the lower price. I'm not going to argue with that. Wow, 80 million in the bank, guys. I think that's been the most I've ever had in the bank on a playthrough like this. And it's still gone up. Not by much, granted, but it's gone up. Look at that. 28,000 instead of 130 odd thousand. Again, it's just a shame the way Farm Sim physics works, but hey. No, sorry, Farm Sim economy works in this game. But, yeah, it is what it is. we're just making that turn. Hey, cool. So now it's just the process of parking everything up. Do you have a load of horses we want to get sold before the end of the episode? Oh, well, there's plenty of time because while it's been an hour for me, it's only been like, what, 10 minutes for you. We do have to get field 6 planted again at some stage. Not too sure what we're going to put in it now because I think we've just basically killed all the good prices and everything. That'll have to be replanted. Then, yeah, field 13 harvest is going to be the next one. And I'll maybe take the 2 case combines that we've had that we started with up there for 7 and 8, while 13 is working. See if we can get yeah, I'll see how fast we can do it. We should get a nice amount of sunflowers off of that. Again, soybeans, high value crop, low yield. If we had been doing that in wheat, guys, we'd have had no chance to sell all of this before the R ruled past. But you know, well, it was quite profitable. We jumped, what, over 10 million there, so yeah. Definitely is. Do you know, it's not a great way of doing the economy, but it's sort of better than the later versions of the game because, you know, I know in 19, it, you know, once you sell a certain amount, the price starts dropping. And that's the way 19 works. So once you sell your first couple of 100,000 litres, the price takes a tank. At least with this version of the game, you know, you have that R to sell things. And that sort of makes a big difference, really, doesn't it? Oh, look at all the batteries, and then we're going to run down. Oh well, it does make a big difference when you're selling. We haven't had to do anything like this in later versions of the game. That's why you never see me running like multiple machines selling in 17 or 19, because we didn't have to. So I mean, while the target here is 100 million, I think it's more easily reached in this version of the game than it would be in latter versions of the game because of the way the selling economy works there. Jump in this, may as well stop all these. I'm gonna get round, yep. So yeah, I do believe that it works better for us for making big money like that. I'd have never made 10 million selling crops like that in the other versions of the game. For the simple reason being, you know, once you sell that first few bits, your price just tanks anyway, so you're gonna have to start swapping around sell points. So in some ways, and I know people probably don't disagree with me about this, but in some ways, this version of the game has a better way of doing it with that R. Maybe not. Who knows? I know everyone's going to have their own preferences in what way they like doing things, but as I say, I would never have been able to make 10 million selling crops like that in 17 or 19. I think they're all coming back now. Pity we couldn't get through those last million litres, but hey, we're a million litres of sunflower or soybeans sitting in there still, well, just under a million litres. They're going to be left there, guys. There's not much else I can do with them. Unfortunately. I dare say by the time we've made our 100 million, the price for soybeans won't have recovered. So, yeah. basically it's just bringing on all the white peats now, or field peats. And there's only another couple of them out there. They'll not be long coming back round. So yeah, I was looking at Artie Allen's episode from today. Right, so if you look at it in his stat screen when it comes up, he has spent, what was it, I've seen 318 hours and 45 minutes on this game so far to get to 60 million. What if we're in here for, let me see, where's the stats page? The stats page is here. 224 hours. So we're a good under 100 hours behind what Artie Allen has on his save game. And yeah, we're 20 million more. I think that's a reasonable assessment. So I would dare say that we'll be accused of some sort of gate, but I would dare say that we are in a far, far better place. Okay, I should, in all honesty, be another 8-9 million up compared to what we are. That's my own fault because I used the build extension mod, and that's why we were only getting 5,500 instead of 12,500 per bale. So you know that's a good. I mean, what will we sell? 2,000 bales, so double what we got. Would have been in the 90s. Again, that's my own fault for using the bale extension mod. Didn't realise it would have done that to the price of bales, but hey. This is the only down part about this big mad selling course that we had to do, is we have to put them, you know, basically stop everything, bring it back again. But there we go, 19. I think it's day 27 in game. If I read it right. So 27 days with all this equipment, and we have made 80 million pounds, dollars, monetary units, whatever you play in, whatever you want to play in. So we are really, really in a good spot. It's the last of the trucks, just to move that one there. Then I think we'll go ahead, maybe sell a load of horses. That'll give us another couple million. And yeah, for starting on day 28 in game. The only problem, the only thing that I would say, guys, is we did have a great demand there for wheat, which made wheat a very nice price. But I have no wheat in store. The only wheat I have is on the fields, and it's not even grown yet, so we can't really make any money of that. I'll get this parked up. We'll go and get some horses done, and we'll see what way we're sitting there. Some fleet of trucks, though, isn't it? 9 of these setups. Then there's the 10 of those setups. And then we've got loads of Scanias and Volvos and everything around the place. So, yeah. So we have 41 horses there. We'll do a sell of those. Horse prices are. Let's have a pick down. Horse prices are not there. Where? Whew, oh wow, 87,600 per horse. Let's get those sold. By the time we can skip through the night, there'll be another load there as well. But price will yeah, the price will go down. I'll not stay at 87,000. So bring up a menu. Let's put it onto real horses. Real horses 236. Let's just go ahead and get that bounced up to 250. For some reason, I'm thinking 250 is really a number to go for if we're going to get these, you know, converted from young to old at a pretty quick rate. Let's fill that. Again, the only thing that really, to say, stopped us selling the full 6 whatever it was million in that last one, in the last selling session, was the amount of time it took to load. Austin Benninger was on to make me a championship belt for WWE. Austin, appreciate the gesture, but I don't play WWE. So there'd be little reason to make one, man. I wouldn't use it. But thank you very much for the offer. Right, let's go down and get these horses out of the way, and that'll probably leave us about, I would say, 83 million? Maybe 84 million. So today's been a very profitable day. I mean, if this was real life and I was making this money, I wouldn't be turning my nose up at it. I don't think any farmer would be turning his nose up at making that a day. Yeah. I think we're about to make, what, about 14 million pounds? No. 13 million pounds in a day? Any farmer would be rubbing his hands together with that. Just a pity with the berries. As I say, I think it was just I reached the fill type amount and went over it, and that's what was causing all our problems. Pity something like that wasn't out in the later versions of the game. Maybe somebody will bring it back for 2022 version of the game. We'll get stuck into some of that, but yeah, that sort of version of the berries and stuff hasn't been around since this FS15. So while it'd be nice to see it, I doubt it's going to happen. So yeah, 20 million bucks more, 100 hours less. I think we have done incredibly well in a game that I'd never played on PC before, and on the map that basically possibly one of RDL's best ever series. I think we've just shown them how to farm. So while it's all nice staying around and giving yourself as little equipment as possible to try and bring back as much returns as possible, you know, you got to spend some to make some. We have spent a lot, but then again, guys, we have made a lot. You think of how many millions in equipment we have sitting around this, you know, this farm, and you're probably going to find out that we have past the 100 million mark already. Probably, we spent 20 million on all this equipment, probably. I mean, when you take about 500,000 a harvester, there's 15 million alone in just harvesters and the John Deeres we're using up, and 30 combines we're using up there. Not including the headers, not including, you know, the 6 class combines, a couple of case combines, all the trucks, trailers. Telling you guys, we're sitting pretty. Well, we're getting out of this. We're getting. We're not going to hit the 14 million mark. 13.5 million in a day. You cannot turn your nose up at it. Back up to the farm with this then, guys. So, yeah, I hope you didn't mind that I didn't really take you through all the selling process, guys, but it was just basically me hanging about the silo, making sure things didn't go bottoms up there. And as I say, it's probably going to be the place where any sort of mess-ups are going to happen, is around that filling area. 83.5 million. Wow. When was the last time in any farm, well, apart from that Nowhere Kansas one, you know, that big 16x map with the massive fields. Well, we'll not go there with that map. That was just a OP go out of things. But in any other playthrough, when was the last time you see me making 13.5 million in a day? Well, yeah, basically in just over an hour. It has never happened, I don't think. But again, I think that's because of the way you know, the economy works in this game. I know a lot of people didn't like the economy, having only an hour to sell things and then price bottoms out and then stays out. But at the same point, you know, I don't know. I kind of like it. I have to say though, guys, for FS15, I really am enjoying this version of the game. You know, I could never have done any of this on Xbox. Everything was all, you know, I could never have had this size of farm. And you look at what fields we own. Oh, 23, I forgot we had that. You know, when you look at the size of the fields we own on this map, let me do a quick save. And how much? Oh no, wrong button. Ah! I didn't mean to go back into the game. It's going to take too long for it to load back up again, guys. So what I'll do is we'll call it quits on there, quite accidentally. But yeah, if you have any questions or queries, guys, don't forget to leave them in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel fit to do so. Hit the wee bell for notifications and whatnot. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.